The main purpose of this meeting is to present the legislation that the county has been working on that would extend the Habitat Conservation Plan, or our HCP. We would be authorizing a road, also known as the Northern Corridor, through a portion of the reserve, and then in exchange expanding the reserve by nearly 7,000 acres, which we would be called Zone 6 of the reserve, and that's out west of Bloomington and south of Santa Clara.
I think that there will be some northern corridor needed at some point. The bigger issue is preserving the current recreation of use, which would include mountain biking and maintaining the competitive events which draw a lot of visitors to our area, like Huntsman Senior Days.
I think the bill represents a good compromise. The great thing about this piece of property is the population of the tortoise is actually higher there than in the protected habitat. It shows that people can recreate and enjoy the land, and the tortoise can thrive at the same time. If this goes into the Habitat Conservation Plan, it'll go in according to this bill, and the current uses will be protected.
I also asked that the draft legislation be available tonight. They did not do so. They just have their talking points. Unless you see the actual legislation, you don't know what else may be in there or how they spin the actual legislative language from their talking points. So actually, I'm very disappointed that I think this is just the county basically propaganda session, but the county's trying to abrogate the Habitat Conservation Plan, where they promised to protect the Red Cliffs Reserve. They're trying to supersede the Endangered Species Act and the National Environmental Policy Act by ramming through this legislation and what they think is a sympathetic Congress.
The Northern Corridor is an absolute critical route to move people from the west and the east side of the county. It's a win-win. In other words, we protect some critical habitat for the tortoise, and we also get the Northern Corridor, which is very important for our transportation in our county.